I wish I had her life. I wish I had her family. I wish I had her friends. I wish I had her boyfriend. I wish I had her house. I wish I had her closet. I wish I was her. These thoughts, they're corrupting you from inside out. That comparison is slowly destroying your happiness. Hey beautiful, my name is Bella and I'm so happy you're here today. So today I want to talk about comparison, which is something that I know so many of us struggle with, especially because of the internet. So comparison is something that has always been around. It is just very natural for humans to always compare themselves to other people, especially those that are close to us in age and the ones that are living what we wished we were living. But especially with the internet, with social media, it has become something that so many people go through and so many people suffer because it's so easy to see everyone's lives and to see what everyone else is doing. And I know that so many people get affected by this because they're always comparing themselves with not only people in person anymore, but also with whoever they see on their Instagram or TikTok. And this is just something very damaging for us and for our mental health. So I want to start talking about how when you compare yourself, you're not actually comparing yourself to the truth. You're not comparing yourself, your life, to the life that that person has. You're comparing yourself to the small sections of filtered highlights of someone else's life. What I mean is that you're not seeing whatever that person is living. You're not seeing whatever that person is going through, what her reality is really like. What you are seeing is what she wants you to see. So what I mean by this is that it doesn't make any sense when you think about it for you to be comparing yourself with someone you see online, especially because people, they don't want to show their weaknesses. They don't want to show the bad parts of their day or the struggles that they go to. It is very normal, and actually it is instinctive for us to only show the best parts of who we are, the best parts of our day, the best parts of our life, the things which we are proud to share. And when you are seeing that and you're not conscious about how everything that you see online and even in person is all filtered, is all highlights and not the true reality, then that can be very damaging because you just assume that the best parts of someone's life is what their everyday life looks like, and that is simply impossible. I want to start saying that everyone, every single person has their difficulties and has their challenges, and not everyone is going to have a perfect day every day, and that is completely fine. That is part of being human. That is part of who we are. Some days we're going to have easier days, and others there are going to be challenges and there are going to be hardships. And only because someone doesn't show those hardships online, for example, doesn't mean they don't exist, doesn't mean they are not there. So I see this especially on videos of couples. When we see a video of a happy couple on the internet, there's so many people that get so jealous. They start comparing themselves or their relationship with what they're seeing. But I just want you to know that what you are seeing is not the true reality of how things are, because that is simply impossible. It is impossible for you to transfer through the internet every detail of how your relationship with someone is. So it doesn't mean that the person who is posting is being the bad guy because they're just showing the good things. It just means that you cannot fully understand the depth of a relationship only by what you're seeing on a short video. And that comparing yourself to those moments doesn't make sense because you're not seeing the whole picture. So everyone is going to have difficulties, but most of those difficulties are not going to be shown. It just doesn't make sense for you to compare yourself with these highlights of someone's life when you're not seeing how it truly is. So how are we going to fight that feeling of wanting to compare our lives and our reality with someone else's. There's two tactics that I like to use. The first one is something that I've trained my mind into doing, which has helped me so much, to the point in which I don't really catch myself comparing myself to anyone else, because I don't see it as a comparison anymore. So what I did is I turned comparison into inspiration. So whenever I see, for example, someone which I admire living a moment which I really want to live someday, instead of feeling sad because they are doing what I want to be doing, I will feel inspired. I will think to myself, well, if they can do it and if they are living that moment, then that means I can do it too. What is stopping me from doing exactly what they are? Maybe you could say, oh, but I don't have the resources for it. Then you just need to give it time. If you work for it, then eventually you will be able to also live what they're living. Having that mindset of just getting all comparison and transforming it into inspiration is actually so amazing, because then you will have positive feelings from it, instead of feeling frustrated or mad or jealous about not being able to live what they're living in. Then you will feel inspired and you will feel joy, because you will be like, well, if they are living in, then that means I can live in too. Then that means that could be my reality. They are living inspiration, a living example that this is possible and that I can achieve this eventually. So this is really nice, guys. You can just make a bad feeling turn into a good one and turn into a source of inspiration. And the second thing is just really focusing on becoming your best self. When you know who you want to be, what your goal is, what your purpose is, then you will stop looking around you. You will stop looking to what everyone else is doing. You will stop comparing yourself to other people that you see around you or that you see on the internet, because you know what your purpose is and you know what your objective is, what your goals are, what your dream is, and you're working hard towards it. So for example, imagine that you are on a race and we are all running one besides the other. I know that I want to reach the end. That is my point. I want to get there. If I'm running and the person besides me is running even faster, me as an athlete, I'm not just going to turn my head and focus on what someone else is doing and on the speed that they're running, because comparison, it kills my momentum. It kills my speed. So I'm so focused on getting to this point that it makes no sense for me to simply stop to look around, to compare myself to what others are doing. What happens is when you focus on what everyone else is doing, when you start comparing yourself to the people that are running besides you, then you are going to lose your focus on your own path. You are going to need to stop running, to stop doing whatever you're doing. And when you have your goals very well defined, when you know what you want to achieve, when you know where you want to go, then it doesn't make sense for you to compare yourself to those around you. So yeah, I really hope I was able to help you today. If you liked this video, please subscribe so you can keep on supporting my work. And I love you all so much. Bye!